Our next question is Iman asks, what's the difference between the dates for filing and final action dates? Well, it's a really important question. First off, there's types of green cards that have lines to them. If you marry a U.S. citizen, there's no backlog, there's no line. You can always get a green card. But if you're in what's called a preference category for family-based, employment-based, or diversity visa lottery, every year there's only a limited number of green cards that could be issued. So let's say there's only, I'm making this number up, there's only 1,000 green cards for adult children of U.S. citizens issued, and there's 1,000 people requesting that. Or let's say, I can't remember what number I use. Let's see, there's 1,000 green cards available, but 10,000 people are requesting it. Well, that's going to take 10 years to get through the backlog for that number. And so one thing President Obama did to make things a little bit smoother is, before Obama, there was just final action dates, which is when your place in line comes up, that's when you can start sending in paperwork to the government to begin your paperwork to get the green card, or schedule, essentially begin the paperwork. But President Obama said, okay, we're going to do this dates of filing situation, so you won't be able to get your green card, have an interview until the final action date, but we'll have a date of filing that's a little sooner, so you could start submitting your paperwork earlier to get the paperwork out of the way so you could, on time, get your interview. And if you're in the United States, once you submit the paperwork, you don't necessarily have to maintain status, and you can start requesting a work permit as well. So there's benefits to the final action date if it's permitted to be used. That's a real quick version of it. There's more nuances. The USCIS treats it differently. Every month is different. Backlogs are different. So, and that's just a basic one, but depending on the case, things can be different in the situation. But that's the difference. Date of filing is when you can submit paperwork for the green card stuff to keep going forward. But the final action date is a date where they could actually approve the green card. And so date of filing helps you submit stuff sooner, so the case is smoother, and potentially getting a work permit and adjusting your life in the United States faster, and that's what that's about. I hope you enjoyed this educational video. Also, you'll find our social media site has a lot more videos, images, and information about the U.S. immigration process. Please check those out on the various social media websites.